What's up, everybody, and welcome to How to Read Your Advance Reports 101. Today we are going to be talking about just that, your advance reports. This obviously is how you figure out how much you're going to get paid, but also, more importantly, especially later, how you track your business, what's going on with it, what's falling off, how to fix it, stuff like that. Today we're just going to be looking at the basics, though. First thing you need to do, go on to the agentworkspace.ailife.com and then get yourself logged in. Once you are logged in, you can click on Agent Reports, and you see here a drop down with ledger statements, advance reports, progress, and persistency. All we're looking at today is advance. The other ones will be important later. Click Advance, and then you can view it. You can change the date range if you want, but for right now, let's just view whatever we got going on. And then you click it, and your agent report shows up down there. Now, I have a couple queued up ready to go here. This is the advance report of John Fitzgerald, hired in 7/9/16. That's me. So this is my first few advance reports we're going to be looking at. So hire date and then the run date, so the date that the report was generated. Now on this, we see a whole bunch of information. We're going to start breaking down what's important, especially initially, but how to read stuff really. We can see the cases, clients that were written up, Mary and Terry Durock, and also Robin and Richard Nevins. They were written up. We can see what their policy number is. We can see what type of plan they had. We see the issue date and the run date. Issue date is when it was written. Run date is when it was sent. We can see the annualized premium, the ALP for each case, totaled up at the bottom. So for this week, we're $2,200. We can see the commission rate, 40% commission, which we start at. Also the annualized commission, and then the advance right here. Advance totaled up at the bottom. Now, the advance here shows up right over here. And that $677 got added together with $200, giving me a total net advance of $877. That $200 is the guaranteed advance, which you get on your first advance report. So as soon as you hit bonus, you get $200 additional. It's just called our guaranteed advance. So just a little kicker that you get here. So $877, which was what was deposited that week. So I had $877 deposited into my account. I also had my bonus that week. The bonus amount is shown right here. And I'll go ahead and circle that one as well. So we're looking at the same info. So 877 in the bank, 271 bonus that's given out at RICO meetings. So that was calculated at 12% based on the bonus gross to net ALP. So that's these numbers. In the beginning, they're the same because there's no adjustments or anything going on like that. That 12% is calculated based on these levels. Okay, if you didn't, I know you did learn about it in Mike's class, but 6% bonus given for 1,000 ALP. 1,500 ALP for the week gives you 10%, 2,000 ALP gives you 12%, and that's what I was at. Now, we do calculate them based on the gross and net. So the gross will be calculated here, and the net will be calculated here. They are both the same, but the first number shows you which bonus level you're going to get, and then how much of that 12% is tabulated on. That 12% is tabulated over here on the same. That's the net. So more on that later. Yeah, as we can see here, those are the two most important numbers that you're going to be looking at. The week, personal current week net, so how much was written for the week. The numbers below it are for once you get in management, you have an agency underneath you. That's important later. We can also see the current month to date net. So what's been written in the month so far. The previous end of month will be listed here. So how, what did we do this month? What did we do last month? And then what did we do for the year to date net? Okay, there's some other numbers down there as well. Let's clear this off and take a look at what happens now the following week. So that's how to read it. Again, quick recap. Net advance down here is going to be the important one, and the bonus as well. So those are the two which determine what you're getting paid. Okay. Will just point out there's some very important numbers down at the bottom. Your net to gross and retention. Net to gross is going to be 100% in the beginning, but as things fall off, etc., can adjust that. Just make sure you're getting with your managers on how to make sure that the net to gross is always right where it needs to be. So that was advance report number 1. Second week now, 7/28. This is what happened next week. First off, we had some new business go on. Leroy Top. Okay, 736 ALP, 221 advance is what I receive off of that. We also see advance adjustments. So I got advance money, but now we're adjusting it. Richard and Robin, they got buyer's remorse or something like that. But it said 7/21 was the previous run date, and then I swear a few days later they canceled right after right after it. So what that means for me, and we're going to take a look at a couple things here. What that means for me is, first off, I'm winding up with a chargeback right there. Okay, we see each of these cases. First of all, they're listed twice because we see Richard is actually getting a no production put on it, which is a good thing for your numbers, but it basically means you ain't getting paid on it. And that money that I was paid now is showing up a second time as a negative. So that original deal now is coming off. And we can tell that this is coming off and this is actually affecting the numbers for the week because of the asterisk as well as the percentage. A percentage means first 6 months. The asterisk means it's your personal production. So really in the beginning, you're just looking at anything with an asterisk is affecting your numbers for that week. So we are seeing 717 coming off this week, as well as with Robin, his wife, 542. Totaling up to a total of 1,200 coming off for the week. 377 is going to be a chargeback. It's called. It's money that they gave it to me. The company gave it to me. I got advanced it, but these people never wound up paying. So the company's going to take it back. This number is showing up right here in the deferred chargeback section. Now, what's going on with chargebacks like this? I'm getting charged back 377, but it's not showing up in the current week, which is this. So this is what's happening this week. So this week, since we had a new deal on there, getting advanced at 221 from right here. Now, the deferred chargeback basically means it's going to take 2 weeks before that actually hits me, or I have 2 weeks to fix it, basically. So if I can call them up and say, hey, what's going on? Oh, we just got to adjust this, that, et cetera, and you can save the deal, et cetera. You got 2 weeks to fix it. So once it's going to go from the deferred chargeback, we're going to see on the next advance report that 377 is actually going to move right here to the next chargeback. Not a deferred chargeback, it will be the next chargeback. But it starts off as deferred. We're putting it off for 2 weeks. Okay. So nothing really new on here. Let's take a look now at what happens the following week. Now on week 3, we see a new case, Audrey Miller. And the first thing that we're going to look at, I'll zoom out just a little bit. First thing that we see is that 377 had moved from here over to here. Now, also had a case of Leroy Top where he was on the last week as new business. Well, Leroy Top, I've got a chargeback coming for him. What on earth is going on? Well, the reason why is shown right down here. This is the first time we're seeing a new code over here. It was always ESUB. That just means electronic application submitted. So we submitted an app electronically. Well, this dude was declined. He lied about stuff on the application when we were with him. Electronic declined. So this dude got declined. So I'm winding up with a chargeback from him showing up right down here. So we saw the deferred chargeback move over here. And now we'll have a new chargeback showing up as deferred. Then let's see what happens the following week. So a couple rough weeks there, but no big deal. You roll with it. Persistence pays off because the following week we got all this new business and we got the ball rolling. So ironed out a couple kinks there. And we see a lot of new business. Saw 4,000 ALP come on that new week, which translated to a 1,200 ALP advance, or sorry, $1,200 advance based on 4,000 ALP. The other new thing at the top here is the AGU. It says all that is, these are your union dues. Your union dues are $28 once a month, and they came out here on the 11th, the advance report on the 11th. Yeah, $20 in union dues came off. And one thing that we see as well, and let me me zoom out a little bit, is those union dues, which were $28, came off of the advance right here, which when it translated over here, and that number got moved right to here, the advance on submit was the 1,200 minus the 28, and that's what it was. Okay. We also saw that $377 chargeback now moved down here. The 1,196 advance minus the 377 chargeback. I did get a guaranteed advance that week. We were still doing it for more than just the first paycheck or two. I'm sorry, advance report or two. But it translated to 1,000 in the bank. Also, a $600 bonus. Now, some things had fallen off. That's only affecting the advance, not affecting the bonus. You will never get a chargeback on your bonuses. That is your money forever. And even if they mess up and they say you weren't supposed to get a bonus, well, guess what? They gave it to you, so you got it. So we saw that happen. Also, we saw some stuff going on with Richard and Robin Nevins. They are WTH withdrawn. They withdrew the application before it was issued completely while it was in underwriting. They backed out. They withdrew the application for one reason or another. But the important bits here to note, again, union dues coming on with this one. Some people withdrawing. And we saw finally our very first chargeback that came here. Couldn't save the deal. So after 2 weeks, it showed up down there. Anything else new? Oh, also we see this is the first time it's a 2-page, all that stuff down at the bottom. Well, there was so much extra stuff, it wound up on a 2nd page. So that's what's going on with advance reports. If you would like to find out more about advance reports, you can not go to the AWS, go to the Agency Resource Center. That's arc.ailife.com. The agent workspace was aws.ailife.com. The Agency Resource Center, ton of resources on anything you could ever want to know. If you get logged in here, you're going to use your same login information, and then it'll take you here. You can click on Agency, and right here, how to read the advance report. You click on that, it's going to tell you anything you could ever want to know and more about advance reports. Tells you a whole bunch of information. A lot more than we're covering here on this first video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you got a better understanding of how to read advance reports. Feel free to reach out to anyone around you with any questions on anything that pops up with it. All right, hope you enjoyed, and have yourself a good one until we talk again.